Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the play-by-play between the New York Yankees and the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is game 2 of 3 in this series. The Yankees are looking to get a win today with today's game and take the series, hopefully get the series win, and hopefully go for the sweep tomorrow. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? What up, Daniel Berry? Shout out to you. What's going on? What's up? What's up? So the game should start here shortly. We got Marcus Stroman going up against Bailey Falter. Let's see what Marcus Stroman does in his second outing. So right now in a commercial break. So lineup is a little bit different. You got Oswald Peraza playing at third base today. So let's see how he does. Let's see how Paul Goldschmidt does. He's back at the leadoff spot. Cody Bellinger still not in the lineup. He's slowly making his way back. Yankees slowly but surely going to get some of their reinforcements. Sko, what's up, Sko? Good to see you, bro. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing out this channel. And I will also stay in touch with the folks over there on Kick and Twitch. I'll make sure I say what's up to you all as well. I know some of you do tune in over there on those sites. And shout out to the folks on X as well. But how are we feeling about today's game? While we're waiting, though, let's take a look at some of the scores around baseball. I'll go to MLB.com here. We'll look at some of the scores. So the Twins right now, folks, are playing against the Houston Astros, and they are winning 6-1 in the bottom of the fifth. The Cubs are beating the Padres 4-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Arizona and Washington are about to start. The Philly and Dodgers are about to start. The Baltimore, Kansas City are about to start. There's a rain delay in the Boston-St. Louis game. Tampa Bay and Texas are going to play later. The Blue Jays and Mets are going to play later. You got Cincinnati and Milwaukee also playing later. Miami Marlins and the Braves playing later. Athletics and Rockies are playing later tonight. Seattle, San Francisco playing later tonight. The Angels and Guardians are playing later tonight. And let's see what else we got here. The Detroit Tigers beat the Chicago White Sox 7-2. So those are some of your scores and plenty of games being played later. Let me know in the chat if you all are checking out any other games. What's up, Jonathan? How's it going? Sko, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So just to give you an idea on the channel, man, mostly talk Yankees baseball, but I got other fans of other teams too. So every fan is welcome. If you ever want to talk Mets, we could talk some stuff about the Mets too. I think the Mets Yankees Subway Series this season is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. What's up, Mark Gates? He says Yankees win today. Martian goes deep. That's one of my home run predictions there, Mark. Chia, the Ace Avenue is in the building. Shout out to my boy Ace. I know he's going live. What up, man? How's it going? So Pito Will, my boy, how's it going, Pito? Good to see you as always. And your DM, I did not. Well, did I? No, I didn't see your DM. Let me check here, bud. Sorry, I had to take care of a couple. Yeah, so Ketel Marte is on the 10-day IL. Not good. But thank you for sending that. Mike Kowinski, he says, go Yankees. I have Volpe and Dominguez going yard. So a couple of you are saying the Martian. That's one of my predictions. I have the Martian going yard, Peraza going yard, along with Aaron Judge. So those are my three. So we got SGA in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, folks, make sure you all hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it, as always. And once again, if on this live stream, while I'm live, if I get to 50 likes, I will purchase a membership and somebody will be the lucky recipient of that Strike Zone membership. And just so how everybody understands how the Strike Zone membership works, if you're gifted a membership, it's good for 30 days, and then it'll expire. If you want to get a membership, I do have a description in the link. If you want to be a member, totally up to you. But yeah, that's how the memberships work. So the game should start here shortly. They are showing the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, and they got Michael Kay and John Flaherty as the broadcast team. Bro, yo, I would love to see a Mets Yankees World Series just like it was in 2000. That was a lot of fun, man. That would be a lot of fun. It'd be great for the city of New York, man. So yeah, maybe it happens. Maybe it happens. I mean, you never know, right? So we'll just have to wait and see, So, but how's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? Everybody getting ready for the game? Desiree, what up, Desiree? Good to see you, as always. Good chatting with you earlier. So, showing notes for Trent Gisham. He's looking pretty decent so far in 6 games. 462 batting average, 2 extra base hits, 3 RBIs, 3-0 so far when he started. The 6 to 9 hitters from last night were 9 for 15 people. So the bottom of the order has been absolutely killing it for the Yankees. So they looked really good. Here we have Marcus Stroman versus Bailey Falter. ERA for Stroman 5.79. And then ERA for Falter so far is 3 ERA. So let's see what Stroman does today. Hopefully he has a good outing. He looked pretty decent in his outing against Milwaukee. We all know Marcus Stroman. He is, at best, he's your number 4, number 5 guy. At best number 3. And what up, Jared? Yeah, the Dodgers lost last night, man. They lost to the Phillies, dude. It's not like the Dodgers were going to go 162-0, but but they were going to lose at some point. But the Phillies are a good team, but so are the Dodgers. So, this 2025, it'll be a really interesting season. So, we'll see what happens. Cool. You want to do the pregame on your channel there? Again, yeah, we'll talk details, bro, and hopefully we could get something going. But we are in a commercial break right now, folks. The game will start here momentarily. Let's hope for a Yankees win. Hopefully they secure the series win and then go for the sweep tomorrow. And I believe Will Warren is pitching in tomorrow's game. So, Will Warren looked really good in his last outing. So, let's see what he can do tomorrow. Like I said, I believe he is the one. He's the one pitching tomorrow. I'm checking that right now. Yeah, it's Will Warren versus Andrew Heaney, actually. So that's your matchup. So it should be an interesting matchup, indeed. So. But anybody have any fun plans for today? Anybody do anything special fun today since it's Saturday? What's the weather like in your area? Were you able to go out and enjoy? So my area, it's been a little bit on the colder side, but hopefully we're gonna get some warm weather. I know next week we're gonna be warming up. Hopefully it stays that way, but we'll see. April's sometimes a tricky month in my area, so but I'm just glad that we're in spring season. I'm just glad that we're in baseball season right now. I'm glad that baseball is back. And here we have Jacob Petruzzi with another one of his lame jokes. What's up, Jacob? Oh, man. Well, Yankees Pirates about to start here shortly. It's just raining, so I'm assuming you live in New York there, Sco? Well, here we have Bailey Falter on the mound, and Yankees lineup: Paul Goldschmidt, Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr., Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, Jason Dominguez, Oswald Peraza, Trent Grisham. That is your batting order, folks. Desiree says it's hot out there. Yeah, I bet. You're in Florida, so definitely hot out there. I don't know if Brad's in the chat, but he will come after you for making that comment. So, Brad, if you're listening, check out Jacob's comment. But Brooklyn, New York. Okay, what part of Brooklyn, man? I still have family in Brooklyn. Let's stop screen. Sorry about that, folks. Let me share this. There we go. So Pirates defense: Sawinski, Cruz, Canario in the outfield, Hayes, IKF, Adam Frazier, Emmanuel Valdez in the infield, Andy Rodriguez at the dish, Brian Reynolds DHing, Bailey Falter on the mound. East New York? Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I still have some family in Marine Park and Sheepshead Bay. So, yeah, it's been a while since I went back to New York. So, I'm definitely due for a trip. Let me get my pen ready here. So, game about to start here shortly. And Bailey Falter is got his warm-ups, and we are ready to go with Paul Goldschmidt leading off. And here's the first pitch from Falter, and that is a ball. So count is 1 ball, no strikes. Paul Goldschmidt batting .280, hitting 1 home run, 2 RBIs so far this season. Here's the 1-0 count. And Goldschmidt, fly ball to right field. And Canario makes the play for out number 1. So we have 1 out in the top of the first. What's up, Joe? How's it going, man? Good to see you, as always. Make sure you all subscribe to NY Yankee Mania. Joe just started his channel. So make sure you all go support him. He does a really good job over there. So let's show him some support, please. And we have Ben Rice batting second, who is up right now. So lefty versus lefty matchup here. Ben Rice has been off to a good start this season, batting .350, hitting 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a 1230 OPS. So Ben Rice looking good so far this season. Hopefully he can keep up that consistency. Here's the 1-0 from Falter. 2 balls, no strikes now to Ben Rice. And the infamous Aaron Boone chewing his gum. I always like to show that on the camera. 2 balls, no strikes to Ben Rice. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And that is a strike. The count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. You're welcome, Joe. Anytime. Here's the 2-1. And that is a strike. The count now is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ben Rice's exit velo on average has been 100 miles per hour. He's tied for first place in Major League Baseball with Eugenio Suarez. Pretty impressive. The count now is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we have Aaron Judge waiting on deck. Here's the 3-2. And that is a strikeout for Bailey Falter. So first strikeout of the game for Bailey Falter. Now we have the captain, Aaron Judge, who's having an impressive season so far. And he takes a ball, so 1-0 count to Aaron Judge. Shout out to my boy Gusto showing some love. Make sure you all hit that like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, if I get to 50 likes on this live stream, folks, while I'm live, I will purchase a membership and somebody will be the recipient. And Judge hits a fly ball in the infield. And Frazier makes the play for out number 3. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bailey Falter. And we are going to the bottom of the first. And we are in a commercial break. We'll be right back. What up, CT? What's going on, man? All right. And let me just restart MLB. It was kind of glitching on me for some reason. So when I was living in New York, Sco, I was going to Yankee games. So I live out here in Colorado now, bro. And the Yankees are actually coming out here next month, and I'm going to all 3 games. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I think the Mets might come out here. I might go check out the Mets when they get out here too, man. Why not? But Pittsburgh Pirates lineup: Adam Frazier, Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, Cabrian Hayes, Jack Sawinski, Alexander Canario, Emmanuel Valdez, Andy Rodriguez, IKF. That is your lineup, folks. You have surgery on your back May 1st. Oh boy, I'm sorry, man. Hopefully you feel better. Hopefully you heal up there, man. But we have Marcus Stroman on the mound, and he has warmed up and looks like he is ready to go. Yeah, definitely sending some good vibes your way there, CT. Always. And Stroman is ready to go. And here we have Frazier leading off. So here's the first pitch from Stroman. And pitch outside. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. That is in there for a strike on a 90-mile-per-hour sinker. So back-to-back sinkers being thrown here by Marcus Stroman. So count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Just missed. The count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. Marcus Stroman likes to really locate his pitches. He likes getting those corners on his pitches. Here's the 2-1. And that is fouled. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yankees defense: Dominguez, Gisham, Judge. Outfield. Infield is Peraza, Volpe, Chisholm Jr., Goldschmidt. Austin Wells at the dish. Ben Rice DHing. Marcus Stroman on the mound. Here's the 2-2. And that ball is fouled. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Frazier. We are in the bottom of the first. It's a 0-0 game. Nobody out. Here's the 2-2. And a grounder to Paul Goldschmidt. He throws over to Marcus Stroman, who will step on the bag for out number 1. So we have 1 out in the inning. What's up, Brad? He says, everyone be scared. Gusto and his itchy timeout fingers here. I should take Brad's wrench away so you could kick him out there, Gusto. Then but back to the game. We have Brian Reynolds at the plate now with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And Reynolds hits a grounder to Volpe. Throws over to first for out number 2. Nice play made there. Yeah, Jacob, if I get to 50 likes on this stream, I will while I'm live, I will gift a membership. I can't. Yeah, that was a nice throw by Volpe, man. Nicely played. But we have 2 outs in the inning. Peraza giving his props to Volpe, and now we have O'Neal Cruz and Gusto letting us know 33 more likes needed. Thank you, Gusto. So 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 outs in the inning right now in the bottom of the first. Can I predict the Yankees record? I mean, my prediction is that they go 94 wins there, Sco. And that pitch is a ball. So 2 balls, no strikes now to O'Neal Cruz. Yeah, prior to all the injuries, I had the Yankees going 96, but with all the injuries and whatnot, now I got them going 94. Here's the 2-0, and that is in there for a strike on a slurve, 82 miles per hour. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and just missed. So 3-1 count now to O'Neal Cruz. I'd rather not pick the memberships because I like all of you, and I just don't know who to give it to. Here's the 3-1. And the count now is full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's play that horn. Here's the 3-2. And he fouls it off. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to O'Neal Cruz. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the first. You got the Mets going 95? Okay, I respect that. Gusto, you're a fool. Gusto's going to kick people out of the stadium. Just watch. Just random people. They're not going to know why. 3 ball, 2 strikes. And fouls it off. So O'Neal Cruz still staying alive. Here's the pitch. And fouls it off again. So O'Neal Cruz still staying alive. You got the Guardians hitting 100 wins this season like last year? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that AL Central is always interesting. It really is. Gusto. Oh, God. He's just going to start bullying people. But Marcus Stroman sets. Here's the pitch. And O'Neal Cruz still battling, folks. Still battling. So but O'Neal Cruz is battling. So fun little matchup here. Here's the pitch from Stroman. And it's a grounder and foul. So still staying alive. Marcus Stroman right now at 17 pitches. Can he get his first strikeout here? Here's the 3-2. And grounded. It is a fair ball. Goes into the corner in right field. Aaron Judge will play it to the infield, and it is a double for O'Neal Cruz. So we have a runner on second with 2 outs right now. So O'Neal Cruz just kept battling, paid off for him, and now he has a double. So the Pirates have a runner on. Let's see if they score a run here. Paul Goldschmidt just unfortunately could not get to the ball on time, but here we have Cabrian Hayes at the plate, and he takes a strike on a 91-mile-per-hour sinker. And Brad telling one of his lame jokes again. You suck, Brad. Boo. Here's the 0-1. And it's a grounder to Paul Goldschmidt. Throws over to Stroman again for out number 3. The bottom of the first is done. We are heading to the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the top of the second is coming up. Yeah, the NL is tough, man. The NL is tough. And listen, I think now, Brad, you're wrong. You're totally wrong. But the NL is tough. I mean, the Mets, I think they'll be able to hold their own, but they also got to worry about the Dodgers. They got to worry about the Phillies. So the NL is definitely tough. I'm not arguing that whatsoever. So well, we are heading to the top of the second. We are in a commercial break right now. Hopefully you're all doing well on this awesome Saturday. And Gusto's still spreading the love. Let me check Kick here if there's anybody on there. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody on Kick. But we are in a commercial break. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit the subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Yeah. I just ordered some food, so I should have some food here coming shortly. Got a little hungry. Every time we talk food, man, I get all these cravings. And especially after a training session, you just want to chow down on everything, but that would be bad news. But anyway, we are back to the game, showing the beautiful city of Pittsburgh here. And here we are at PNC Park. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is at the plate. Here's the pitch from Falter. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count to Jazz Chisholm. I ordered a Philly cheesesteak, man. And here's the 1-0. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. 32 more likes. All right. 32 more. There's 32 people out there that haven't liked the stream yet. Oh, and he hits him. And Jazz Chisholm will take first base. Man, the Yankees have just been getting freaking hit all these last couple of games, huh? Holy smokes. Yeah, I was in the mood for a cheesesteak, so I'm getting a cheesesteak. So Jazz Chisholm gets hit by a pitch. And it looks like he's all right. He takes first base. Well, they're checking on him now, so they got the trainer and Aaron Boone. Looks like he's all right, though. He's going to first base now. And we have Anthony Volpe, who through 7 games is hitting .286, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs with an 11.05 OPS. So good numbers so far for Mr. Chicken Parm. But we have a runner on first, nobody out. It's the top of the second. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And that is a ball for Volpe. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 count. Swing and a miss on a 92-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Falter. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Anthony Volpe. So we have a runner on first. In the top of the second, nobody out. 2 balls, 1 strike to Anthony Volpe. Game is 0-0. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And got him. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Anthony Volpe. Looked a little inside to me, but umpire didn't think so. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. Count now is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what happens here as we have Austin Wells right now waiting on deck. And here's the 3-2, and Volpe fouls it back. Still staying alive. So far, Bailey Falter is at 19 pitches. Joe is letting us know that Flores on Patriots is on fire. Great to know, man. Thanks for letting us know. Here's the 3-2 count. And swing and a miss. And Anthony Volpe strikes out. That is the second strikeout for Bailey Falter. And now we have Austin Wells coming to the plate. So we have 1 out in the top of the second with a runner on first. And here we have Austin Wells. And Falter will throw over to first base, checks on Jazz. That is his first throw over. So Chisholm takes his lead at first. Here's the pitch from Falter. And that's a foul ball. So count is no balls, 1 strike to Austin Wells. Jazz Chisholm goes, and he is safe. That's a stolen base. That was a good throw, though, by Andy Rodriguez. Yeah, he is definitely in there. Kept his hand on the bag the whole time. So great job by Jazz Chisholm. So Jazz Chisholm gets a steal. That is his second stolen base of the season. So we have a runner on second now. It's a 1-1 count to Austin Wells with 1 out. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Austin Wells. Here's the pitch from Falter, and Wells fouls it off. So still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Wells. And here's the pitch from Falter. Wells fouls it off, so he's still staying alive. Let's start calling Anthony Volpedo. I don't know. I call him Mr. Chicken Parm. But it's a 1-2 count to Austin Wells. Jason Dominguez waiting on deck. Falter checks second. Here's the pitch. And Austin Wells fouls it back. So Austin Wells battling here. Knicks up by 30 on the Hawks with 8:06 left in the third. Okay, they're destroying the Hawks, huh? I have no doubt, Joe. I have no doubt. But it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Wells. Here's the pitch from Falter. And fouls it off again. Austin Wells battling at the plate. So it's a good at-bat by Austin Wells. Good to make the opposing pitcher work. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Wells. Falter checks second base. Here's the pitch. And Wells, here's a base hit. And a run should score here. And Jazz Chisholm will score. And it's a single RBI by Austin Wells. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. Let's go. Ice tray has gone cold. That sucks. But a good hit by Austin Wells finds that hole. And it's a 1-0 game. And we have Jason Dominguez at the plate, who has a batting average 292, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and 893 OPS through 7 games. So pretty decent numbers for Jason Dominguez. It's a 1-0 game with 1 out, top of the second with a runner on first. It's a 1-0 count to Jason Dominguez. Falters, sets, checks first base. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now to Jason Dominguez. Yeah, Pittsburgh is bad, man. They're so bad that fans were chanting "sell the team" yesterday. They are not happy with this organization, which rightfully so. But the count now is 2 balls, no strikes. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jason Dominguez. Two 1 count to Dominguez. Here's the pitch from Falter. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Bailey Falter now at 32 pitches. Here's the 3-1 count. And Dominguez pops one up on the right side. Who's going to make that play? Frazier makes that play for out number 2. So Dominguez does pop out. So we have 2 outs in the inning now, folks. And we have Oswald Peraza coming to the plate. And Gusto is reminding everybody there's 30 more likes. Here's Peraza, and he takes a ball. The count is 1-0. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now to Austin Wells. Yankees have a 1-0 lead in the top of the second with a runner on first. 2 outs. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Oswald Peraza. Here's the pitch. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Count is now even. Wells takes his lead. Here's the pitch from Falter. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. So that'll end the inning. But the Yankees are on the board. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. And we are going to the bottom of the second. And that was the 3rd strikeout for Falter. And now we are in a commercial break. And I will be right back. And it looks like we are back to the game once again, showing the awesome city of Pittsburgh. And Marcus Stroman is back on the mound. And here we have Sawinski at the plate, and he takes a ball. Count is 1 ball, no strikes to Jack Sawinski, who's batting 158 in 5 games thus far. Here's the 1-0. And Stroman misses. 2 balls, no strikes now to Sawinski. No, not yet, and I need to reorder it. I'm a little annoyed right now, but that's okay. I'm not going to let it ruin me. And as Marcus Stroman throws a strike here on a 4-seam fastball, 2 balls, 1 strike. I ordered through Uber Eats and apparently got canceled, so I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Swing and a miss. Count quickly becomes 2-2. That was a 77-mile-per-hour curveball, so we're going to attempt DoorDash this time instead of Uber Eats. Count now is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gusto says 29 more likes needed. All right, 29 more likes. I usually go through DoorDash, but I look for deals too there, Joe. But here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. And Marcus Stroman gets his first strikeout. Boom. So Marcus Stroman gets his first strikeout of the game, and we have 1 out in the bottom of the second with Canario coming to the plate. Here's the pitch from Stroman, and that is a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Through 15 games, 2 with the Cubs. They're showing Cubs stats, which I missed. And Canario hits that ball to left field. Dominguez makes the play for out number 2. Round of applause. Round of applause. There you go. Every time Dominguez makes a catch, man, we're clapping for him. We're gonna clap for him. So we have 2 outs in the inning now, and Valdez is at the plate, and here's the pitch. And Valdez hits one to center field. Trent Grisham right there to make the play for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors. And we are going to the top of the 3rd. And the Yankees have a 1-0 lead. So good inning by Stroman so far. Italian Feast. Hey, as far as Italian Feast goes, let me take this off the screen. Chicken parm, eggplant parm, sign me up. I will eat those all day. I'm always down. And desserts, I'm always down for that too. So but we are in a commercial break right now. And while we're waiting, let's check some of the scores here around Major League Baseball before the game comes back. So top of the 8th, the Twins are beating the Astros. The Cubs are beating the Padres 7-1. The Nationals are beating the Diamondbacks 3-0. Baltimore is up right now against the Royals 2-0. Dodgers are winning 2-1. And those are your scores. We got several games playing that are going to be played later. So I love chicken and eggplant parm too, man. All right. So I'll keep you all updated about DoorDash. So I made an attempt for a Philly cheesesteak. Let's hope we get it. They don't cancel the order on me. Oh, man. That's a first. That's actually a first. I've never had that happen to me. But we are back to the game here. Yankees have a 1-0 lead. We are in the top of the 3rd, and Trent Grisham is at the plate, and he takes a ball. Here's the 1-0. And that is called a ball. So the count now is 2 balls and no strikes to Trent Grisham. So 2 balls, no strikes to Trent Grisham. Here's the pitch from Falter. And Grisham hits one. It is high. It is far. It is gone. A home run by Trent Grisham. Let's go. It's a 2-0 game. Second home run of the season for Mr. Fourth Outfielder. 103.5 exit velo and 389-foot home run, folks. That is a long home run. I played the siren there. It's a 2-0 game. 2-0. And now we are back to the top of the lineup with Paul Goldschmidt, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the pitch from Falter. And Goldschmidt hits one. It is a fly ball, and it'll be a foul ball. A play cannot be made. Okay, Robert, you got the Jimmy Key card? Okay, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad you got the card. The cards have been sent out. So I know Dev Finch got his card too. So everybody should be getting their cards here soon if you haven't gotten it already. But you're very welcome, man. I'm happy to do it. And now we have Paul Goldschmidt. It's a 1-1 count to Paul Goldschmidt. And Goldschmidt hits it over the shortstop, and he gets a single. It was a nice jump there by IKF, but the ball went over his head. So we have a runner on first. So Goldschmidt's on first base, and still nobody out. And we have Ben Rice coming to the plate. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Trent Grisham hit a solo home run. And we have a runner on first with Ben Rice at the plate. Here's the pitch. And Ben Rice takes a ball. So 1-0 count to Ben Rice. He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And Ben Rice pops it up. IKF is running, and he was waved off by Sawinski, who makes the play for out number 1. Joe says I'd be the first one to say that I want the Grisham gone. I totally take that all back now. Yeah, I mean, I was saying to trade him, but, to try and get something back for him. I mean, anytime I say the Yankees should trade a player, but I want them to get somebody back. As Falter throws over to first to check on Paul Goldschmidt, and we have Aaron Judge at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the pitch to Judge, and that is in there for a strike on an 85-mile-per-hour slider. Judge batting 367 with 6 home runs, 17 RBIs, a 15.08 OPS. Crazy numbers. And that will be a ball, so the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to the captain. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. is waiting on deck. So runner on first, 1 out, 1-1 count. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And misses just a little bit inside. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Aaron Judge. That's kind of what I figured too, especially when they were trying to shed a little bit of payroll. You are right about that, Joe. So here's the pitch to Judge, and he hits a grounder to the shortstop. And it is a inning-ending double play. But the Yankees do get another run on a solo home run by Trent Grisham. So we had 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and we are going to the bottom of the third. But we are in a commercial break. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. So it's been a good weekend so far. Like I said this morning, I went and got some training in. Definitely feel really good. Anytime I'm done with a training session, I feel way, way better. My energy levels are up. Like, I feel great. So it's a good feeling. What's everybody up to today? Anybody do anything fun today? Talk to me. Talk to me. Doing well, Gusto? Good, man. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're doing well. Thank you so much there, Joe. I'm trying to improve my broadcasting skills. I've never went to broadcasting school or anything like that. I've never done podcasting or anything like that. This is a first for everything. So I do appreciate the kind words, and thank you to everybody tuning in from all the social media networks that I am connected to. Welcome back there, John. 12,000 steps. That's awesome, man. Good for you. 12,000 steps. It's a lot of steps, I must say. Joe, you're too kind. Stop it. You're too kind, man. Yeah, walking is a stress reliever. It really is. But we are back to the game. We are in the bottom of the third. And Marcus Stroman throws a ball to Rodriguez. Andy Rodriguez through 7 games, 150 batting average, no home runs, 1 RBI, a 542 OPS. Here's the 1-0. And that is foul. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Awesome, Gusto. You'll have to get some video, take some pictures, bro. Let me know your experience, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. Muay Thai is a lot of fun, man. I love Muay Thai. I love Muay Thai. But it's a 1-1 count to Andy Rodriguez. Marcus Stroman sets. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rodriguez. What's up, must-have snacks? What's going on, man? What are you snacking on today? Talk to me. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss on a 90-mile-per-hour sinker. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count is now even. Stroman right now at 33 pitches. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. Boom. And that is Marcus Stroman's 2nd strikeout of the game. Nicely pitched. And now we have IKF at the plate, former New York Yankee, who is batting .360, no home runs, 1 RBI, and an .827 OPS. Here's the pitch from Stroman, and that is in there for a strike on a slurve, 82 miles per hour. Here's the 0-1. Count now is 0-2. Can Marcus Stroman get a 3rd strikeout here? (0-2) count to IKF. Stroman sets. Here's the pitch. And it is outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And make sure you all go join the Discord if you have not already. It's a fun group. Great fans. Great talk, great baseball. Here's the 1-2. And IKF hits that to center field. Trent Gisham running back. Makes the play for out number 2. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And we are back to the top of the order with Frazier coming to the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Yeah, Robert Grisham's he's looking really good, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. So no balls, 1 strike to Frazier. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we have 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the 3rd. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Here's the 1-1. And a grounder hit to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Throws over to first base for out number 3. And a good inning by Marcus Stroman. No runs, no hits, no errors, and we are going to the top of the 4th. Still saying address invalid for that Discord. Let me see if I could send it to you, Gusto. Here, while we're in a commercial break. And Joe says, don't sleep on the Nationals this year, and they look like they're going to be a sleeper team. They're looking pretty decent, man. They're looking pretty decent. They made some good moves this offseason. I'm looking out for them. And Joe says it is nice to hear when it's a ground ball. The second we don't hear Torres' name, I like smooth jazz. Yeah, you got that right. Sko, I know you're a Mets fan. That's up to the person that owns the Discord. I'll let them decide. I mean, I'm down for you to join. If it was mine, I'd be like, bro, you're welcome. You know. I don't have my own Discord. No, I don't. But Gusto, let me try to send this link to you. Let me try to message you this the link to the Discord. Let's see. Hey, Gusto, check your messages. I sent you a text. See if that works. But we are back to the game, and we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the plate as he swings and misses on the first pitch. It's no balls, 1 strike to Jazz Chisholm Jr. His first at bat, he was hit by a pitch, and he also stole a base. Another swing and miss. So quick 0-2 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the pitch from Falter, and that is a ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jazz Chisholm Jr. So Jazz Chisholm Jr. calls time, readjusts himself. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Ball's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. So the count is now even. Bailey Falter right now at 54 pitches, 55th pitch incoming. Falter sets. And the pitch count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Sko. Hey, Sko, if you want to join the Discord, there you can join, bro. Must have snacks. Drop the link again, please. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. And Jazz Chisholm strikes out. And that is Falter's 4th strikeout of the game. Those fastballs were doing work. Thank you, Must Have Snacks. All right, Sko. There's the link right there, bud. And we have Anthony Volpe at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the pitch to Volpe, and just misses. 1 ball, no strikes. So Volpe struck out in his first at bat. Here's the 1-0. And Volpe pops one up. Foul. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I saw you in the Discord there, Brad. Welcome. There's a 1-1. Count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anthony Volpe. We are in the top of the 4th with 1 out. The Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Volpe strikes out for the 2nd time in this game. And that is the 5th strikeout for Falter. Strikeout number 5. We have 2 outs in the inning. Nah, you'll be fine, dude. I'm pretty sure as long as you're not trolling, as long as you're respectful, we're not going to come after you. At least I won't, dude. I'll make peace. And we have Austin Wells at the plate now, and he swings and misses on the first pitch. So no balls, 1 strike to Austin Wells. Here's the pitch from Falter. Just misses. So 1-1 count to Austin Wells. Two balls, 1 strike now to Austin Wells. Austin Wells had a RBI single in the 2nd inning. So 2-1 count to Austin Wells. We have 2 outs in the inning with nobody on. Yankees have a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch from Falter. And Austin Wells hits that. It is high. It is far back at the warning track. And Sawinski makes the catch for out number 3. So we are going to the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and we are in a commercial break. Sko is in. Cool. Hey, what's up, Doran? How's it going? How are you, Doran? How's your evening going? What's up? But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you all hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get some more people in here. No doubt, Sko. I appreciate that. So you're all good. Car troubles this weekend. I'm sorry to hear that. I may be old, Jacob, but I'll still whoop you. I don't have a scorebook, but I am writing everything on I'm writing the details on a notepad. So shut up. Leak in the cooling system. Ooh, that's not fun. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's too bad. Yeah, I hate car issues, man. It always ends up being so expensive, depending on what it is, especially in this day and age. Like everything's so freaking expensive. How many likes are we at right now? Looks like I'm at 22 likes. So 28 more likes to go. And it looks like we are back to the game. And we have Marcus Stroman back on the mound. Yes, Jacob is right. Yeah, and on my channel, every fan is welcome. right? I talk mostly Yankees baseball, but I'll talk other teams too. And like I said, every fan is welcome. So Marcus Stroman is on the mound. Here's the pitch to Brian Reynolds, and it is a ball. So 1-0 count to Brian Reynolds. And you do have an older car, Dorian. And Brian Reynolds fouls it. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Yankees baseball and food. I mean, it's sports and food. It goes hand in hand. I'm waiting for my food to come. I'll keep you all updated. Here's the 1-1 count. And it is sliced foul. Count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, it belonged to your dad. Okay. Let's see if Marcus Stroman gets his 3rd strikeout of the game. Here's the pitch from Stroman. Just misses. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, Joe joined the Discord. Man, everybody's joining the Discord. This Discord community is going to be huge, man. Here's the pitch. Count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Brian Reynolds, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Marcus Stroman just threw his 46th pitch. And here's the pitch. And just missed. And Brian Reynolds draws a walk. And that is the first walk by Marcus Stroman in today's game. And here we have O'Neal Cruz at the plate, who is 1 for 1 in today's game. And Stroman misses outside. That count is 1 ball, no strikes. We have a runner on first, bottom of the 4th, nobody out. Count now to O'Neal Cruz is 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And that is in there for a strike. So count now to O'Neal Cruz is 2 balls and 1 strike. And Brian Hayes is on deck. Yankees have a 2-0 lead right now. Here's the pitch. Misses. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to O'Neal Cruz. So 3-1 count to O'Neal Cruz. We have a runner on first. It is the bottom of the 4th. Let's see what we do here. Count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cruz thought that was a ball, but didn't really like the call. Umpire said otherwise. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Stroman misses. So back-to-back walks by Marcus Stroman. So Pittsburgh threatening here. So still nobody out. Runners on first and second. Brian Hayes is coming to the plate. Brad, don't tell me what to do. I don't need food. What are you kidding? Look at me. I need all the food. 2-1 Dodgers over Philly in the 4th inning. All right. Still a close game. But here we have Brian Hayes. And Braves lines that to left field. And a run will score. And O'Neal Cruz will stop at third base. And it is a double for Brian Hayes. So runners on second and third. The Pittsburgh Pirates are on the board. So now it is a 2-1 game. All right, Gusto's in the Discord. Nice. Yes, he did, Doran. He looked really good. All right, Matt Blake out there trying to calm down Marcus Stroman. Looks like he's good to go. So Pittsburgh threatening here in the bottom of the fourth. And we have Jack Sawinski coming to the plate, and he struck out in his first at bat. So we have runners on second and third with nobody out. Sawinski coming to the plate. The Yankees have a 2-1 lead now. And first pitch to Sawinski is in there for a strike on a 90 mile per hour cutter. So the count now is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ball's in the dirt. Count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sawinski. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Sawinski. And Alexander Canario waiting on deck. And just misses, so just a little inside. So 3 balls, 1 strike. So Stroman missing the strike zone. He's trying to hit those corners, trying to hit those certain points on the strike zone, but he's just not hitting those points. And here's the pitch. And he walks him. So third walk by Stroman. Bases are loaded. Still nobody out, folks. So not a good inning right now for Marcus Stroman. And we have Alexander Canario at the plate now. So this is a dangerous moment now for the Yankees. So this game could change here at any given moment. And Canario fouls it off. The count is 0-1. So the bases are loaded. Still nobody out. Bottom of the fourth. The Yankees have a 2-1 lead. Stroman sets. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Canario. Oh, for sure. I'm not too concerned, Doran, but right now they're threatening. Bases loaded, no outs. Snap throw to third. Do they get him? Not in time, no. But good attempt. Good one. Good throw by Austin Wells there. Trying to catch him sleeping. O'Neal Cruz had a pretty decent lead there, too, at third base. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can Marcus Stroman get a strikeout here? Can he get his 3rd strikeout of the game? Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Boom! Struck him out. Third strikeout for Marcus Stroman. And we have 1 out in the inning. So, boy, did he need that out. And now we have Valdez at the plate. A big double play ball would be fantastic here. And Valdez hits that to right field. And it will go off the wall. And runners will score. So it's a 2-run double for Valdez. It's a 3-2 game now. Pittsburgh is leading. Runners on second and third once again with 1 out in the inning. So a rough 4th inning so far for Marcus Stroman. And here we have Rodriguez at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. And Tim Hill warming up in the bullpen right now for the New York Yankees. So it's an 0-1 count to Rodriguez. Here's the pitch from Stroman. And it's grounded to first as Schmidt will step on the bag for, or not Schmidt, Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt steps on the bag for out number 2, but a run does score, so it's a 4-2 game now. So we do have 2 outs in the inning, and we have a runner on third now. And we have IKF coming to the plate. So Pittsburgh making some noise here in the 4th inning. And the pitch to IKF is a strike. So we have 2 outs in the inning. It is the bottom of the 4th with a runner on third. Pittsburgh has a 4-2 lead now over the New York Yankees. Here's the 0-1. 1-1 count now to IKF. Here's the 1-1. That is in there for a strike. Count now is 1-2. Let's get that sound effect going. Here's the pitch. Misses. So the count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. So can Marcus Stroman get his 4th strikeout of the game? The Pittsburgh Pirates have a 4-2 lead. Here's the pitch. Fouls it away. Still staying alive. So Marcus Stroman in this inning gives up 4 runs, 3 walks, 2 hits this inning. Looked good when he started, but this 4th inning has been a rough one. And here's the pitch. Count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Marcus to IKF. You got Tim Hill warming up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. And IKF hits a grounder to Oswald. Peraza throws over to first for out number 3. And we are moving to the top of the 5th. And Pittsburgh gets all 4 of their runs in this inning. And we are going to the top of the 5th. So a rough inning for Marcus Stroman. Let's see what if the Yankees can answer back in the top of the 5th. And it is a commercial break. And yeah, I mean, could have been worse, but 4 runs in an inning is still bad, man. But one way or another, I will be right back. We are in a commercial break. Alrighty, folks, we are back to the game. We have Jason Dominguez leading off in the top of the fifth. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jason Dominguez. Falter still in the game. He is currently at 66 pitches. Here's the 1-1. And Dominguez hits that. It is a fair ball. That is going to not go into the corner, but Dominguez, could he go for – yep, he went for 2. I thought maybe he would have gone for 3 the way that ball was going, but a double for Dominguez, a leadoff double. Let's go. Yankees trying to make a comeback here. So a good hit by Jason Dominguez. Maybe if it didn't bounce off that wall, he probably could have gone for 3. Probably would have gotten a triple there, but good at bat. Good at bat. And now we have Oswald Peraza at the plate, who is 0 for 1 in today's game. Here's the pitch. And that is strike 1 to Oswald Peraza. Yeah, Jason Dominguez, he could run, man. And Peraza struck out in his first at bat against Bailey Falter. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jason Dominguez, or excuse me, Oswald Peraza. Jason Dominguez is on second base, and we have Trent Grisham waiting on deck. Falter checks second base. Here's the pitch, and Peraza fouls it back. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Oswald Peraza. Yankees need to rally back here. Dominguez takes the lead at second base. Here's the pitch from Falter. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Oswald Peraza. So pitch 72 incoming. Here it is. Peraza hits that for a base hit. And Dominguez will go to third base. And Peraza's on the base now. He hit a single, so we got runners on the corners. It's DoorDash, not Uber there, Jacob. And I already did tip, so shut it. I got my food too. So we got runners on the corners now with Trent Grisham at the plate. He is 1 for 1 in today's game. He hit a solo home run in his last at bat. So the Yankees making a little bit of noise here. And Trent Grisham is at the plate. Bailey Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And he shows bunt. And it is ball 1. So 1-0 count to Trent Grisham. Hit a solo home run in the top of the third. So 2 hits right now in this inning for the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch to Grisham, and Grisham fouls it back. So the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Trent Grisham. We got runners on first and third with nobody out in the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch from Falter. 2 balls, 1 strike now. And Holderman warming up right now in the bullpen for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Philly cheesesteak, Jacob. Philly cheesesteak. Two 1 count to Trent Grisham. Here's the pitch from Falter. Swing and a miss. Count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we have Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. Grisham steps out of the batter's box. Looks like he is ready to go. And here we go. Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And Grisham hits that to the other side. And that ball is gone. A 3-run home run by Trent Grisham. Oh, baby. The Yankees take a 5-4 lead. That is Grisham's second home run of the game. Can you believe it, folks? Oh, my God. That is his third home run of the season. And the Yankees take a 5-4 lead, 98.3 exit velo, 366-foot home run. Oh, my God. And there's still nobody out in the inning. Trent Grisham is having himself a game. Booyah! Let's get that siren playing. And the Yankees have a 5-4 lead, folks, and the Yankees answer back just like that. We still have nobody out in the inning. Paul Goldschmidt's at the plate. He is 1 for 2 in today's game. Yankees are up by a run now. And here we go. Belly falter sets. Here's the pitch. And it is ball one, way high. That is Trent Grisham's third home run of the season. That is his third career multi-home run game. That's his first one was back in 2021. First one since 2021. Oh, yeah, Doran. No doubt about it. Game's still early, and they're only down by 2 runs. And Paul Goldschmidt takes ball 2 here. Three and 0 count now to Paul Goldschmidt. So 3 balls, no strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. Falter has thrown 80 pitches so far. That was Trent Grisham's second home run today there, Beagle. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a strike. And 3 balls, 1 strike now to Paul Goldschmidt. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. So Paul Goldschmidt will take first base. Ben Rice is coming to the plate. Oh, they're showing a picture of Reggie Jackson back during his time with the Yankees. I guess there is a slight resemblance with Trent Grisham and Reggie Jackson. I see it a little bit. I could see it. Pitching coach out there talking with Bailey Falter, trying to settle him down. Yeah, I see a slight resemblance there, Joe, between Grisham and Jackson. I see it. Yeah, there's a little side by side there. Like it could be father and son. But we have a runner on first with nobody out. The Yankees have a 5-4 lead. Ben Rice is at the plate now. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to Ben Rice, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. Bailey Falter sets. Here's the pitch. And it is 2-0 count now to Ben Rice. Trent Bonds in the house. That's right there. Trent Jackson. Trent Bonds. Here's the 2-0. Couldn't hold up, and that is a strike. So the count now is 2 balls, 1 strike to Ben Rice. Yankees have a 5-4 lead from a 3-run home run by Trent Grisham that gave the Yankees the lead. We have a runner on first. 2-1 now. It becomes 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Rice. Aaron Judge is waiting on deck. Still nobody out in the inning. Here's the 2-2. Does he go? Third base umpire says he did not go, so the count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Rice. Here's the pitch from Falter. And Ben Rice hits a base hit to the center fielder. And he is on there with a single. So we have runners on first and second. So Yankees bats answering back here in the top of the 5th. So Ben Rice making some noise here. So we got runners on first and second. And the captain is coming to the plate. All rise for the captain. And there will be a pitching change. Shelton has seen enough. And we are going to the bullpen. Yankees have a 5-4 lead. Due up is Aaron Judge, Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Anthony Volpe. And we are in a commercial break. Once again, I will be right back. And we are back to the game, and the Pirates have a new pitcher on the mound. It is Colin Holderman. So he's pitched in 4 games so far. He's got an ERA of 9.82, and he will be pitching to Aaron Judge. Ace Avenue coming in with a joke, but and he hits him. On the first pitch, Judge gets hit, and the bases are now loaded, folks, for Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yankees have an opportunity here to do some more damage. Yeah, hits him right on his elbow. Yankees bats have just been getting hit, man. Quite a few guys getting hit yesterday. 2 guys get hit today. And the bases are loaded for Jazz Chisholm. Ooh. And he tied himself up there. The count is 0-1 to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yeah, Jazz was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Judge gets hit this time. Oh, my God, Jacob. Count now is 0-2 to Jazz Chisholm Jr., so no balls, 2 strikes. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. Anthony Volpe on deck. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. $26 more likes. Let's go. Here's the pitch. And Jazz Chisholm Jr. fouls that off. So the count is still 1-2. Appreciate you there, Gusto. You're the man. So it's a 1-2 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Holderman sets. Here's the pitch. And he fouls it off. Still staying alive. Count is still 1-2 to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yankees have a 5-4 lead. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Jazz Chisholm strikes out for out number 1. Anthony Volpe coming to the plate. Bases are still loaded. Yankees still having an opportunity to add more runs. Volpe is 0 for 2 in today's game with 2 strikeouts. We have 1 out in the inning. Yankees have a 5-4 lead. Here's the pitch. Volpe takes a strike. So 0-1 count to Anthony Volpe. Here's the 0-1. And count becomes 0-2 now to Anthony Volpe. Oh, 2 count to Volpe. Here's the pitch from Holderman. And that ball gets away, but not far enough. The runners will stay put. Count now is 1-2 strikes. 25 more likes now. All right, 25 more likes. Let's get, are there 25 people out there that have not liked this live stream yet? So 1-2 strikes to Anthony Volpe, 1 out in the inning with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch from Holderman. And he almost, does he get hit? Almost gets hit. Oh, my God. So count now is 2-2 strikes. Yep, halfway there, Gusto, halfway there. And Austin Wells is waiting on deck. So 2-2 strikes to Anthony Volpe. The bases are loaded. We have 1 out in the top of the 5th. Holderman gets to signal. He sets. Here's the pitch. And Volpe hits that to left center field. And that ball will drop. And some runs will score. We have 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And it's a double for Anthony Volpe. The Yankees have a 7-4 lead now. 8-4 lead. So 3 runs will score. It's a bases clearing double for Anthony Volpe. And Volpe is on point. A nice swing by Anthony Volpe. Drops into left center field, and it's a bases clearing double. So a 3 RBI double for Anthony Volpe. And the Yankees have a 8-4 lead, and the Yankees answer back big time. And Austin Wells hits one to the first baseman, but a nice play made by Valdez, and he runs it over to first base. Steps on the bag, but Volpe does move to third base now. So we have a runner on third with 2 outs. Volpe eating plenty of chicken parm this season, folks. He's eating plenty of chicken parm, and we have Jason Dominguez at the plate. And here's the pitch. And strike 1. Foul ball by Jason Dominguez. But the Yankees doing some damage here in the top of the 5th as they answer back to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Here's the 0-1. Count now is 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. We have 2 outs in the inning. Top of the 5th. Runner on third. Yankees have an 8-4 lead. And strike three. And that is going to end the inning there. But the Yankees do damage on a 3-run home run by Trent Grisham. That was the second home run of the game. And a bases clearing double by Anthony Volpe. So the Yankees do put up 6 runs in this inning. So we are heading to the bottom of the 5th. And we are in a commercial break. And I will be right back. All right, folks. We are in the bottom of the 5th. And we have a pitching change. And Tim Hill will take over here in the bottom of the 5th. So Marcus Stroman will not be back out in this game. So he is done for the day. Hey, Cold Italian Pizza. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, what's going on, bro? Yeah, Yanks offense is killing it right now, man. And Tim Hill's first pitch to Frazier is a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes. Adam Frazier is 0 for 2 in today's game. Here's the pitch. 2 balls, no strikes now to Adam Frazier. Yankees had a 6-run inning in the top of the 5th, a 3-run home run by Trent Grisham, and a 3-run double, a 3 RBI double by Anthony Volpe. Count now is 3-0 to Frazier. Here's the pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Frazier, and it's a leadoff walk, and Frazier will take first base. And we have Bryan Reynolds coming to the plate, who was 0 for 1 in today's game. And we have Bryan Reynolds at the plate now. Tim Hill sets. Here's the pitch. And Reynolds takes the ball. So that's 5 straight balls from Tim Hill. So we have a runner on first in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out. Here's the pitch from Hill. And that is in their first strike. So on an 86-mile-per-hour sinker. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryan Reynolds. Here's the 1-1. And grounded. There's 1, and there's 2. So 2 quick outs on a double play. I thought it was a line drive initially. That's why I hesitated. But Reynolds hits that hard to Volpe. A nice catch by Volpe. Goes over to second to Jazz Chisholm. and Chisholm to first base. So 2 quick outs here in the inning on a beautifully turned double play by the Yankees. And here we have O'Neal Cruz, who is 1-for-1 in today's game. And he takes a ball. Yeah, fantastic play there, Joe. Great play. And O'Neal Cruz hits a grounder to second base, throws over to first base for out number 3. So a quick inning for Tim Hill as we move on to the top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. And I will be right back. But before I go, I just wanted to quickly say thank you all so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you all hit that like button if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Join in on the conversation. And share this channel out with everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will be right back. All right. And we are back to the game. Around the majors, some news around the Major League Baseballs. 3 home runs last night by Jose Ramirez. Cattell Marte has been placed on the 10-day IL. Jack Leiter has been placed on the 15-day IL with a blister. And Marte has a strained left hamstring. And real quick, Gust are called Italian pizza. I agree, man. I would feel better too if once Hill and Schmidt are back in the mix. And former Yankee Caleb Ferguson is on the mound today, and he has taken over here in the top of the 6th. And he is pitching to Oswald Peraza, who was 1-for-2 in today's game. So it's an 0-1 count to Peraza. Here's the pitch in there for strike 2. So 0-2 count to Oswald Peraza. But yeah, I would feel a lot better when Schmidt and Hill are back. And Schmidt should be back here soon. He did pitch today. He went just a little over 3 innings. He struck out 7, walked 1. He threw 52 pitches, and out of those 52 pitches, 37 of those were strikes. So a really good outing for Clark Schmidt. Hopefully we see him back soon. So he's made good progress, which is great to see. And it'll be great to have Luis Hill back. And it gives us a little bit more confidence with the rotation. And here's the 0-2, and Peraza hits a grounder to IKF, who throws over to first for out number 1. The rotation's been holding their own, but again, I do agree with you that having guys like Schmidt and Hill would make me feel a little bit better. So. And we have Trent Grisham coming to the plate, who is having himself a game. He is 2-for-2 in today's game on a solo home run and a 3-run home run. And he takes a ball from Caleb Ferguson. It's a 2 home run, 4 RBI game for Trent Grisham. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to Trent Grisham. Here's the 1-1. And Grisham hits that, and IKF is right there to make the play for out number 2. And we are back to the top of the order as Paul Goldschmidt is coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 in today's game. Here's the pitch from Ferguson, and Paul Goldschmidt hits one into right field, and that will bounce off the wall. And he is on there with a double, so it's a two-out double for Paul Goldschmidt. And he is 2 for 3 in today's game. So we have a runner on second with Ben Rice coming to the plate, and the Yankees have another opportunity here to score a run with Paul Goldschmidt at second. So nice hit by Paul Goldschmidt. And we have Ben Rice at the plate, who is 1 for 3 in today's game. He singled in the 5th inning and scored a run. Ferguson checks second. Here's the pitch. And Ben Rice hits that. And that ball is caught by O'Neal Cruz. And 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and we are going to the bottom of the 6th. But how we feeling about this game today, folks? How are we feeling? What are we thinking? Bottom of the 6th coming up. How are we feeling about this game, folks? How we doing? Gusto says feeling great so far. Must have snacks says it's looking good so far. I agree. Another good game by the Yankees. You know, Marcus Stroman had a little bit of he started out good, right? But then he had a very rough 4th inning, and after that 4th inning, Boone decided not to put him back in there. So let's see if Tim Hill is back in the game. It was a quick inning for Tim Hill, in the last inning. So double play and then a ground out. So what up, Dev? How's it going? Yeah, I feel you. I don't want to jinx anything either, man. I'm right there with you. No jinxing. We don't want jinx. We don't want to jinx nothing. No. But we are in a commercial break right now. Let's see if I can pull up some scores here. All right. So the Nationals are beating the Diamondbacks 4-2. It's the top of the 7th. Dodgers are beating the Phillies 3-1. And as I'm talking about the scores, we are back to the game. And we have Ke'Bryan Hayes at the plate, who was 1 for 2 in today's game. And here's the 0-1. 0-1 quickly becomes an 0-2. 22 more likes to go, folks. 22 more likes for a free membership. So it's an 0-2 count to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hayes. We are in the bottom of the 6th. The Yankees have an 8-4 lead. It's a 1-2 count to Ke'Bryan Hayes. Here's the pitch. Count is now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2, and just misses. The count now is full. Tim Hill started off with a quick 0-2 count. Now it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Can he get a strikeout here? And it bounces off of Tim Hill. Still makes but could not make the play. The ball hits off of Tim Hill's shoes, and he did pick up the ball, but just ball slips out of his hand. So Hayes is on first base. So we have a runner on first now with nobody out. Austin Wells talking with Tim Hill. And Tommy Pham is pinch hitting. So it looks like he's feeling well. He did leave yesterday's game with an illness. And Aaron Boone is coming out. And it looks like there will be a pitching change. So Aaron Boone wastes no time. He's going to the bullpen. The Yankees lead by 4, and we are going to a commercial break. And I will be right back. And Mark Leiter Jr. is the new pitcher, and he will take over pitching duties here in the bottom of the 6th. And we have a runner on first with nobody out. And Tommy Pham is at the plate, and he takes a ball. Yankees have an 8-4 lead. And Lawrence is in the bullpen for the Pittsburgh Pirates, warming up. Here's the 1-0. And that is an off-speed pitch in there for a strike. A nice curveball by Mark Leiter Jr. So the count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to Tommy Pham. We have a runner on first with nobody out. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Tommy Pham. Mark Leiter Jr. sets. Here's the pitch. And Pham pops it up in the infield. And Volpe makes the play for out number 1. Hayes goes back to first. And Hayes made a run to second. And he slips, but manages to get back to first base. So we have one out in the inning with a runner on first. And we have Canario coming to the plate. Here's the pitch to Canario, and that is a grounder to Jazz Chisholm. Do they turn two here? And it is a inning-ending double play. Another double play turn by the New York Yankees. Let's go. We are going to the top of the seventh. Yankees have an 8-4 lead. And nice inning-ending double play. Second one turned by the Yankees. So I'm loving this double plays by Jazz Chisholm and Volpe, man. That infield is just so much better. The Yankees defense just looks so much better this season so far, right? I mean, let's be honest. I think we are certainly more comfortable with this defense than where we were a season ago. I know I am. I'm definitely way more comfortable. Defense is really important. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. And John says this is how a team behaves when it fields properly. Listen, as far as behavior goes, I want to say this. I want to give my opinion on this. Now, as far as behavior and discipline goes, players need to have that. Yes, the managers need to instill that into their players, but the players also have to hold themselves accountable as well, right? I mean, folks could go back to the dynasty years of the New York Yankees and how those players were, but here's the thing. Here's the way I see it. Those guys, if we're talking Derek Jeter, if we're talking Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, they knew the assignment. They knew what their jobs were. They knew what they were getting paid for. And the same thing can be said here. Yeah, the manager has a responsibility, but the players also need to hold themselves accountable as well. They know the assignment. They know what needs to get. They know what needs to get done, and they need to develop that discipline. So it's a team effort, but again, I feel players have to hold themselves responsible too. So again, this is just my opinion, my take on it. You all let me know what you think. And we are back to the game. And Justin Lawrence is pitching now for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we have a new pitcher. And here we have Aaron Judge at the plate. And he is 0 for 2 in today's game. And Tommy Pham taking over for left field for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a 1-0 count to Aaron Judge. Here's the 1-0. And Judge hits one on a broken bat to IKF. And he throws over to first base. And Aaron Judge grounds out. He is 0 for 3 in today's game. Yeah, John, it just seems like they have really good field chemistry. It just like everybody's clicking. It's the same thing with the outfield too. The defense on this team has, to me, there's already a night and day difference in my opinion. I know it's still early in the season. I know the Yankees are playing their 8th game, but through these 8 games now that they have played, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the defense. The defense has been great so far. But here we have Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the plate. And he's ready to go. Lawrence is ready to go. Here's the first pitch, and that is a ball. So we have one out in the inning in the top of the 7th. The Yankees have an 8-4 lead. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. Here's the 1-0, and Chisholm hits that to center field. O'Neill Cruz cannot make the play. He takes the bounce off the wall, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. is on there with a double. Let's go. A 1-out double by Jazz Chisholm Jr., and Anthony Volpe is coming to the plate. Yeah, I thought Cruz would have made that play, but I think he looks like he misread the ball. But works out in the Yankees' favor. So, and here we have Anthony Volpe, who is 1 for 3. He had a 3-run double in the 5th inning. And Jazz takes off, and he has stolen his 3rd base of the season. That is his 2nd stolen base of the game. So now we have a runner on 3rd with 1 out. And it's an 0-1 count to Anthony Volpe. Here's the 0-1. And Volpe hits a grounder, and they got Chisholm caught up. And he is tagged out for out number 2. So we have a runner on first now. Jacob, I'll answer your question. A 2-run home run by there was a solo home run by Trent Grisham, and then there was a 3-run shot by Trent Grisham, and then a bases clearing double, a three-run double by Anthony Volpe. Hopefully I said that right. Well, here we have Austin Wells with a runner on first, 2 outs now in the top of the 7th. Yeah, Trent Grisham is going off today, man. Today is his day. Today is his day, man. Grisham he's on fire today. Grisham hit 2 home runs. Here's the 1-0. The count now is 2 balls and no strikes to Austin Wells. I go over the scores for Major League Baseball if there's in between like commercial breaks. I don't do it every inning, and Austin Wells swings and misses. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to Austin Wells. So it's a 2-1 count with 2 outs with a runner on first. The Yankees have an 8-4 lead in the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-1. And Wells fouls it off. The count now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Yankees have an 8-4 lead. Looks like Baltimore is winning 6-1 against the Royals there, Jacob. So it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Count is now full, and that will release Anthony Volpe from first base. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Austin Wells. With Jason Dominguez waiting on deck. The runner's going to go, and it is a walk to Austin Wells. And we have 2 runners on now with Jason Dominguez coming to the plate. So runners on first and second with 2 outs. Let's see what Dominguez can do here. Can the Yankees score more runs here? Oh, double steal. But, yeah, Lawrence stepped off, and they caught Volpe at third, and that will end the inning. And we are moving to the bottom of the 7th. It's the 7th inning stretch, folks. And we are in a commercial break. And once again, I will be right back. Alrighty, folks, we are back to the game. Fernando Cruz is in the game now to pitch for the New York Yankees. We are in the bottom of the seventh, and Emmanuel Valdez is at the plate. And here we go. Yeah, I saw your comment there, Gusto. That's why I started laughing. I'm like, oh my God. And trust me, those breaks they take a lot longer. And I'll just leave it at that. Here's the 1-0. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. 21 more likes. Okay, 21 more likes. If there's 21 people out there, I will buy a membership. Yeah, I know. That's because the mic wasn't muted. So, and Valdez pops that up, but it is fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Valdez. Doran says Boone's circle of trust in the bullpen seems clear. Hill, Leiter, and Cruz, I hope that he doesn't burn them out. Yeah, for sure. Well, they'll get some other reinforcements coming back, like Loaisaga should be coming back, right? Jake Cousins should be coming back, Ian Hamilton. So you're getting some reinforcements coming back for the bullpen. So we'll see what it looks like when those guys come back. And it's a swing and a miss, and it's a strikeout for Fernando Cruz. And out in the inning. I will say Cruz has a filthy splitter, man. That dude's splitter is filthy. And we have Rodriguez at the plate, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. And does he go? Third base umpire says no. So it is a 1-0 count. And the Pirates have Borucki in the bullpen. I think it's Borucki. Here's the 1-0. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike to Andy Rodriguez, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. KFC for dinner there, Dev. Nice. I just had a Philly cheesesteak. That hit the spot. Here's the 1-1. Count now is 2 balls, 1 strike. So 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Cruz gets the signal. Here's the pitch. And here's a grounder to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Throws over to first base for out number 2. So we have 2 outs in the inning. Well, I'm actually Mountain Time. But as far as Eastern Time for tomorrow's game, I believe it is 1:35. Oh, the lamp from the smoker, you said Insanity? Oh, my God, Doran. And we have IKF at the plate, and he fouls one off. The count is 0-1. Finger tender, says Doran. Nice. No, you're good, Jacob. You're good, bro. Count is 0-1 to IKF, and here's the pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kiner Falefa. A light stroke with the finger on the meat, and it fell apart. Nice. I hope it tastes. I hope you really enjoyed it there, Doran. But it's 1 ball, 1 strike to IKF. Cruz sets. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. So 1-2 count. Let's get that horn playing. IKF fouls it off. The count is still 1-2. So you're going to have like 3 or 4 days worth of leftovers. Nah, you're all good, Jacob. You're all good, bro. Don't worry about it, man. But it's a 1-2 count to Kiner Falefa. Swing and a miss. Boom, and he struck him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cruz as we head to the top of the 8th. It was like 10 kilograms of meat going in. Oh, my God. It's a lot of meat, dude. I will say. 22 pounds. Yeah, it was like 10 kilograms. That's like 20 pounds, I think, but 22. That's a lot of meat for sure. We eat a lot of meat too. Our family, we love lamb meat. So 15 people over. All right. So it was a big old feast for you guys. Okay. Gusto says he's a carnivore. Why are you lying, Gusto? You don't have to lie to nobody. Just kidding, bro. I don't know. I was going to mention that when it comes to Yankees games or, baseball games in general, I'm glad I live where I live because it's like perfect time. Because a lot of the games during the week, for example, like for the Yankees, right? The games start 7:05 on the East Coast. It's 5:00 here, and the games still end early enough here where it's not a super late night. And the West Coast games are awesome too, because the West Coast games are super late on the East Coast, but it's still a good time for me here. So that's what I like. That's what I like about it. Oh, there you go, Doran. 97.6 of your diet consists of meat. Dang, all right. Yeah, I love the game times out here, man. I really do. I really do. But top of the 8th coming up. And we have Ryan Barucki coming out of the bullpen. He is taking over for the Pirates on pitching duties. Left-handed pitcher here. And here we have Jason Dominguez at the plate. And he fouls one off. So no ball, 1 strike. Yeah, the paleo diet. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously during those times, meat was very hard to find. You had to go out there and hunt. You know what I mean? I still say meat is a luxury, but especially back then, it was definitely a big time luxury. So it's an 0-2 count to Jason Dominguez, who is 1 for 3 in today's game. Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jason Dominguez. One ball, 2 strikes to Jason Dominguez. And Dominguez pops one up in foul territory. And a catch is made by Valdez in foul territory for out number 1. Dominguez now 1 for 4 in today's game. Doran says there's a theory on dairy products that the human gut cannot digest it properly, unlike meat and fruit and veg. Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know how true that is. I feel like that depends on the individual because everybody's body is a little bit different. So Peraza's at the plate, and he is 1 for 3 in today's game. As he swings and misses, it's 1 ball, 1 strike to Oswald Peraza. I mean, we all grew up with dairy products, right? I know I did. But again, when it comes to that theory, though, I don't feel like that's true for all of us. Here's the 2-1. Count now is 3 balls, 1 strike to Oswald Peraza. Yankees have an 8-4 lead in the top of the 8th. 1 out in the inning, and it's a 3-1 count to Oswald Peraza. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Count now is full. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Oswald Peraza. And the Yankees have Yarbrough warming up along with Luke Weaver. Here's the 3-2. Ripped foul. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes to Oswald Peraza. Here's the 3-2. And Peraza hits that off the third baseman's glove. And Peraza going for 2. And he safely makes it to second base. So a double for Oswald Peraza, who is 2 for 4 in today's game. So it's a 1-out double. With Trent Grisham coming into the game now. Now we have Trent Grisham, who steps into the batter's box. He is ready to go. Borucki checks second base. Here's the pitch. And Grisham bunts, and out is made to first base. That will get the runner to third. So we have 2 outs in the inning now. Peraza moves over to third base. So we have a runner on third with 2 outs. And Paul Goldschmidt coming to the plate. We have Paul Goldschmidt at the plate now, who is 2 for 3 in today's game. And Goldschmidt takes a strike. It's 0-1 to Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt had a single, walk, double, and scored a run. Oswald Peraza takes his lead at third base. The count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Paul Goldschmidt. We have a runner on third with 2 outs. 1-1 count to Paul Goldschmidt. And Goldschmidt hits that, and a run will score. And the score now is 9-4. And Goldschmidt's on there with a single. So a 2-out single, 2-out RBI single by Paul Goldschmidt. The game now is 9-4. Yankees have a 5-run lead. We still have 2 outs in the inning. And Ben Rice coming to the plate. Doran says, I'm very happy for Peraza following up a career night for Cabrera with a good outing tonight. Let them fight it out this way by having a great night. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Peraza deserves his shots, man. He really does. And here we have Ben Rice at the plate, and he takes a strike. Ben Rice is 1 for 4 in today's game. He did have a single in the 5th inning, and he scored a run. So we have a runner on first with 2 outs. 0-1 count to Ben Rice. Here's the pitch. Ben Rice hits a little roller, and Borucki is able to make the play for out number 3, but the Yankees do score a run, and we are going to the bottom of the 8th. And the Yankees are that much closer to getting their win, so they are 3 outs away. Yeah, my score prediction for today's game, and it might still come into fruition. I did say 10-5. Yesterday's game ended 9-4. It'd be funny if it ended in 9-4 in today's game, but we'll see. But let's see the scores around Major League Baseball. So it is 4-2. Nationals are beating the Diamondbacks in the top of the 9th. 3-1 in the top of the 9th. The Dodgers are beating the Phillies. The Orioles are beating the Royals 8-1 in the top of the 8th. And those are your scores right now. And we will have some more games being played here in a little over 30 minutes. So we'll have some more games being played. Let me know if you guys are going to be checking out any other games after this one, or are you guys just going to call it a night? Ace, let's close this out. Let's go. Checking on a few things here. All right. So we are back to the game. And here we have Yarbrough in the game right now. And it is a strike to Triolo, who is pinch hitting for Frazier. You got your boys soccer starting soon. Cool. Good luck to them, man. Here's the 0-1. And Triolo fouls that. It's a quick 0-2 count to Triolo. Yeah, a nice 1-2-3 would be nice for Yarbrough, just so he can make up for his last outing against the Diamondbacks. Here's the 0-2. Oh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, Darn. But sorry, Jacob Frederick. I got to disagree with you there. Here's the 1-2. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Triolo. Here's the 2-2. And it's a foul ball. So Triolo's still staying alive. We are in the bottom of the 8th, folks. It's a 2-2 game. Yankees are leading this game 9-4. Yarbrough sets. Here's the pitch. And just misses. So the count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Yarbrough. Here's the pitch. And fouls it off. Still staying alive. And he struck him out for out number 1. So we have 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. We have Brian Reynolds at the plate, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. Here's the pitch from Yarbrough, and it is in there for a strike on a 78-mile-per-hour changeup. Brian Reynolds is 0 for 2 in today's game with a walk in the 4th inning, and he did score a run. So we have 1 out in the inning. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1, and Reynolds fouls it back. Count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Does Yarbrough get another strikeout here? Yarbrough waiting for the signal. He sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Yarbrough for out number 2. And tomorrow's game against the Pittsburgh Pirates is at 1:35 Eastern Standard Time. And then after the Pittsburgh series, they will fly out to Detroit. They have a day off next Thursday. And then San Francisco Giants coming to town Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week. And here we have O'Neill Cruz, who was 1 for 2 in today's game. We have 2 outs in the inning with nobody on. It's the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees have a 9-4 lead. Here's the pitch from Yarbrough, and it is in there for a strike. The count is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to O'Neill Cruz. Gusto says there's 20 more likes for a free membership. So if there's 20 people out there right now while I'm still live, if there's 20 people that have out there that haven't liked it, make sure you hit that like button. We're trying to get to 50 likes. Get to 50 likes, I gift a membership. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to O'Neill Cruz. Cruz calls time. Yarbrough sets. Here's the pitch. And Cruz pops it up in foul territory. And Austin Wells runs out of room, and it is a souvenir for a fan. Count is still 1-2. Yarbrough sets. Here's the pitch. Count now is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. And he struck him out. And Yarbrough strikes out the side. And we are moving to the top of the 9th. How's everybody feeling? Do we think the Yankees will get some more runs here? Rob Saxon says, I believe the torpedo bat is just a cover for MLB playing with a hot baseball. I don't know what it is, but I remember, it was such a big deal with the torpedo bats there, Rob, that I was just like, the player still has to perform. So, I mean, if the torpedo bats were truly a thing, then there shouldn't be players grounding out or popping out or striking out. You know what I mean? So if it helps improve the player's game, sign me up. And if Major League Baseball said it's totally allowed, sign me up. You know what I mean? But how are you doing today, man? One more inning for Yarborough. He might get it, man. He might get it. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Luke Weaver in the game. Nice, clean 1-2-3 inning. I love it. I love it. Love it. And coming back to the game now. So we are in the top of the ninth. And they're showing my favorite Yankee, Bernie Williams, on the screen. And we have Aaron Judge at the plate, who is 0 for 3 in today's game. And Dennis Santana, another former New York Yankee. And Aaron Judge hits it to right field on a base hit. So he is 1 for 4 in today's game. So leadoff runner is on first. Dennis Santana pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates now. Dennis Santana had a brief stint with the Yankees. And Jared Triol takes over at second base, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. now is at the plate. And he is 1 for 3 in today's game. And here's the pitch from Santana. And that is a ball, so 1-0. What are you talking about there, Gusto? Here's the 1-0. And Jazz hits that, and that ball is foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Jazz Chisholm Jr. That ball was hit hard by Jazz, but unfortunately it was a foul ball. But it's a 1-1 count to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's the pitch from Santana. And he misses. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Jazz Chisholm Jr. We have a runner on first with nobody out. It is the top of the 9th inning. The Yankees have a 9-4 lead. Santana sets. Here's the pitch. And Chisholm pops one up to center field. O'Neal Cruz is right there to make the play. Aaron Judge goes back to first base. We have 1 out in the inning with Anthony Volpe coming to the plate, who is 1 for 4 in today's game. Rob Saxon says, I say that about the ball because in a short sample, there is some really high batting averages all over baseball. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You do have a point there. And Volpe hits that to right field, and that ball will not be made, or catch will not be made. And Aaron Judge goes over to third, and Volpe has himself a double. So we have runners on second and third with 1 out, and Austin Wells is coming to the plate. Volpe having himself a good game, hits that ball hard, goes over the right fielder's head as he could not make the catch, bounces off the wall, and now we have runners on second and third. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, Rob, we'll see what the batting averages look like a month from now. It's still April, still early in the season, so anything can change. But yeah, but you got to wonder about the baseballs though. So it's an 0-1 count to Austin Wells, who is 1 for 3 in today's game. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike, and Rob says, from personal softball experience, a great bat and a live ball can do more than you think. I get it, but count now is 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and third here in the top of the ninth. And Santana just misses. So count now is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is fouled. Austin Wells still staying alive. Rob is asking, I was wondering if MLB just popped out a good ball for a good start to the season. Maybe. I mean, I'm wondering if they went back to the balls being juiced. But here's the 2-2. And Wells hits that into left field. And catch made by Tommy Pham. Aaron Judge tags up. And a run will score. So it's a sac fly for Austin Wells, and the Yankees now lead 10-4. They have a 6-run lead, and we have a runner on second base. Jacob is watching March Madness. Who's playing there, Jacob? And Jason Dominguez is at the plate now. He is 1 for 4 in today's game. So runner on second. Dominguez at the plate, and he takes a strike. Florida and Auburn. Who's winning that one? Because I got Auburn going to the finals. So Yankees have scored 72 runs so far this season. They lead all of Major League Baseball. Swing and a miss by Jason Dominguez. It's an 0-2 count now to Dominguez. Auburn by 3. All right. I'm assuming second quarter. It's an 0-2 count to Jason Dominguez. The Yankees take a 10-4 lead now. Here's the pitch. Count is 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Oh, first. Okay. 29-25. All right. So still early. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dominguez. Santana sets. Here's the pitch. And it's line drive, but Triolo makes the play over to first base for out number 3. The Yankees do score a run. And the bottom of the ninth is coming up, folks. Yeah. True. No quarter in college basketball. Sorry. I was thinking basketball and quarter came to mind. So we have 30 likes on the live stream. So we got 20 more to go. We are in a commercial break right now. quarter keg. Yeah, Orioles look good, man. They're looking good. 8-1. Bottom of the ninth for in that game, yeah. And we are back to the game. We are in the bottom of the ninth. And Yarborough's back out there to try and close this one out. And Brian Hayes is at the plate, and he takes the ball. He is 2 for 3 in today's game. A double, single, a run, and an RBI. So 1-0 count to Brian Hayes. Here's the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brian Hayes. Here's the 1-1. And Hayes fouls that. And the count now is 1-2. Can Yarborough get his 4th strikeout? Yarborough sets. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Or 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sorry. To Brian Hayes. So 2-2 count. We are in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees have a 10-4 lead as they try to close out this game. Here's the pitch. And just misses. Count is now full. Here's the 3-2. And Hayes fouls it back. Still staying alive. MLB is going to have a Yankee 10-run rule. Here's the 3-2. And a leadoff walk. And Hayes will take first base. So leadoff batter is on. And we have Tommy Pham coming to the plate. So we have a runner on first base with nobody out as Tommy Pham is coming to the plate. Here's the pitch from Hill or Yarborough, and that is a strike. So 0-1 count to Pham. Yeah, good games for Gary Sanchez and Jackson Holiday there, Chua. Here's the 0-1. Missed outside. Count now is 1 ball, 1 strike. What up, Ace? Here's the 1-1. And Dominguez is right there to make the play for out number 1. Tommy Pham pops out. A round of applause for Dominguez. I'm going to do this every time he catches the ball. And Alexander Canario is at the plate. So we have a runner on first with 1 out. Canario is 0 for 3 in today's game. And that hits off the bat. And it is strike 1 to Canario. Rob Saxon says, regarding the bats and balls, long story short, best bats balls turned our softball team from 10 years of being terrible into an instant 3 years. First place dominance. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. 27 more likes. Will we be able to get 27 likes? I'm only in this live stream here. Remember, if we hit the 50 likes while we're live, then I will gift a membership. So it's an 0-1 count to Canario. Here's the pitch. Inside, count now is 1-1 strike. Yankees are 2 outs away from securing the series victory. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 strikes now to Canario. Will Yarbrough get his fourth strikeout of the game? Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. Boom. So Yarbrough's fourth strikeout of the game. We have 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and the Yankees are 1 out away from going 6-2. If they win tonight's game, they take the series, and they will go for the sweep tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Will Warren will pitch in tomorrow's game. That will be his second outing. First game didn't look too bad. Looked good. Let's see what he does in his second outing tomorrow afternoon. And we have Joey Bart at the plate, who was 1 for 3 in today's game. And he takes a strike. Actually, he's pinch hitting. So 0-1 count to Bart with a runner on first. And he takes a strike there. So let's get that horn playing. And Yarbrough get his 5th strikeout here. He goes out the game, folks. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. 1-2 strikes. 33-27 goat layers. What? Yarbrough sets. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. Bart still staying alive. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner on first. Yarbrough sets. Here's the pitch. Count now is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, Auburn's winning. Okay. So you call them goat layers. What's the reference to that? Is there like some joke behind it, Rob? I'm not familiar. 2-2 count. And he struck him out. See ya. And the Yankees win. And the Yankees win 10-4. They take the series, and they will go for the sweep tomorrow. How are we feeling, folks? Are we feeling good? How are we feeling about this game? Yankees put 10 runs on the board on 14 hits. Yankees offense was fantastic. Not a great out, not the greatest of outings by Marcus Stroman, but the bullpen was able to hold it down. The Yankees win today's game 10-4. Amazing game by Trent Grisham. He is the player of the game today. He had an excellent performance. Okay. Yeah, I do remember you. I think you had mentioned one time you were an Alabama fan. But I don't think you live in Alabama, do you? Or you do live in Alabama? I feel like you lived in like Georgia. But that wouldn't make sense to me. But I remember you lived in one of the southern states. So Alabama, if you say Alabama, that makes sense. So and I would expect you to not like Auburn being a Alabama fan. Yeah, Grisham with the wood. Excellent performance by the bullpen. The bullpen looked really good. Yarbrough looked better this time around. Cruz looked really good. Tim Hill did what he was supposed to do. Rob says as long as we survive and win until the pitching is healthy, that's all that matters. Right. The pitching just needs to hold up. I mean, Okay, that's what I thought. You lived in Alabama. That makes sense. I don't know why I initially thought Georgia, but that makes sense why you don't like Auburn. You're inbred. Okay, okay. Let's go Yankees. But what a great game by the Yankees. They win another series, and they will look to sweep the Pirates tomorrow as Will Warren takes the mound. I should be live tomorrow. A Yankee 10 run rule. What's the rule of that? Like, what's the 10 run rule? My score prediction almost came true though, because I did say 10-5, but it was 10-4. Oh well, but it was a great game played by the New York Yankees. Let's see if they could sweep tomorrow. Like I said, I should be live for tomorrow's game, and I should be doing a pregame tomorrow as well. So I hope to see everybody there. As I will slowly close it out. Jacob is saying, "Oh, it's a joke." Okay, I got you. I got you. You're good, Buckeye. But they probably will. That's cool, Troy. And Jacob is saying I might be going to Pittsburgh and Cleveland on the 19th with a friend. I don't know yet. Okay. Okay. Well, let us know if you do, man. Let us know if you do. But that is going to end things for me, folks. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We are 3 hours into the live stream. So today's game seemed like it was a little quicker compared to yesterday. So I'll take it. But the Yankees take the series win. They win 2 out of 3. They go for the sweep tomorrow. Let's see what they do, folks. But thank you all for tuning into this broadcast. I do greatly appreciate it. You guys and gals are the best. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out to everybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.